Nagito sets down a trap. Oh, the Trap Master. He's back. It's kind of good to have him back. Nagito, never, not gonna say never change. Maybe change a little bit, or a lot, but never change the traps. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the horizon, and you're flying to that unknown with your boys. Toon Link with your boy Dave. With your girl, Aiba, because she's up there now. And of course, with your 90s icon, Reptar, and what? No, that's not right. That's incorrect. That's very much wrong. United States Aviator. Yes. And welcome back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. Sorry about that, I often get myself confused with 90s icon, 90s childhood icon Reptar. We are very similar, in many ways, similar personality traits, and speaking of, today's game is based on the traits found in this simulator because we've never done a game based solely on the traits, which is surprising after doing so many of them. But we have teams to represent every single, if we click down here, every single one of these traits. Which team either best represented or just conveniently represented, we'll go down the list. Starting at the top, the leaders, the steel-minded girls, Kaede and Sarah. Animal hoodies representing the peaceful district, Chiaki and Aiko. The rats, the sociopaths, Nagito and So. The perfect professors, Chisa and Kizakura, representing the kindness that a professor needs. The split squad. Unstable, to say the least. Cory in the house and Genocide Jack. The big buff family, Sakura and Gonta, representing bulky, because there's no bulkier team in the whole world, in the whole subset of existence. There's no bulkier team. Small and mighty, because they're small, they are the weak, they are the meek, but can they survive? Ultra Despair Hagakure has Hero and Cannon, both a little bit naive in their own ways. Blue-haired Betrayal, Devious, Samugi, and someone else would be there. But it's a good day, it's a good time to be alive, let me tell you, because Sayaka's not here, but we're gonna keep on going. We won't linger on that beautiful slice of good vibes. Straighten up, Teru and Mahiru. Solely for Teru we have Seductive. Mahiru's just gonna play along with it though. The Entourage, Ryoma and Crazy Yoko, extra large. Solely for Ryoma, Suicidal, rest in peace my boy. Magical Girls, Monica, gonna represent cute, because they're just, if they weren't crazy, they'd be a couple cute kids. The Religious Artist, Angie and Jotaro, both a little bit annoying, little bit, not gonna lie, just a smidge. Wishes and Wizardry, Hajime, Scrappy, unfortunately Rantaro also. A casualty of war, banished to the Despair Dimension. Expert Deductions, Kyoko and Shuichi, survivalists at their finest. Togami Corporation, they're rich. What else? What else could you couldn't expect that from anybody else. Togami and Pennyworth. Pimped Out Rides, Kazuichi and Mew, the Ultimate Pimp and Mew. Seductive by nature. Card Tricks, we would have had Celeste here, but her tag team partner, Himiko, is gonna represent the God Squad. And Thumbtack Terrors, Crazy Hiyoko. The original, the OG lunatic in these games. And that's the lot. That's the lineup. So tell me, who do you got taking this home? Who's winning this one? Who will win? Who will lose, of course, because we gotta banish somebody else to the Despair Dimension. And which perk is your favorite? Because that's something I haven't thought about at all, actually. In the long history of every single time that we've done this. I've never thought about it. Not once. Not even... I have thought about it once. I think I have the answer to that. But you have the rundown, so go ahead. While you guys do that, I'm gonna go ahead and dap up my boy, 90s icon, Reptar. How do you do? It's good to see you, sir. Have a fantastic day. In fact, you can take my glasses here because you are a gentleman and a scholar, ladies and gentlemen. We would have a fantastic buddy comedy. Green lighted, Reptar, and the United States Aviator. I have my picks ready. I don't need to scroll through. My favorite one is probably Scrappy. I don't like Scrappy Doo. I don't. But I do love Scrappy because it is the one that finds more resources than most. Which happens sometimes, and sometimes it frankly doesn't happen, but that's my favorite one because it's just like, hey, give me all of the items. Thank you very much. And so I'm gonna pick Hajime to win. And bring back Rantaro from the Despair Dimension. But for last, and at this point, getting banished to the Despair Dimension is really more of a blessing than a curse, because that just guarantees you an appearance next week. Because we only have 3 more games, inclusive of this one, because we gotta get through it. I'm gonna go for Jack. Surprisingly enough, Jack has had a quiet season, so I'm picking Jack for this one. Genocide, Jack. But hopefully you have made your picks in the comments below, because it is time. We cannot wait. There is this game, Thursday's tag team game, Friday's singles game, by the numbers, 2 finales, and then it's over. That's it. That would be all she wrote. And we'll be one step closer to all she wrote by clicking start round 1. Are you ready? I am ready. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's do it. Start round 1. On the horizon. What awaits? This does. Gosh darn it, Jotaro. Again, sir. It's round 1. There are no tributes. No, there always are. I don't know why I keep saying there aren't. There's always tributes. There's no podiums. There are horns. There are always horns. So, 90s icon Reptar, I know you're over there. I see it. Do you see it? I see you. Yes. Go ahead. Bring out your fantastic array of 8-bit trumpets and sound the horns. Well, thank you. As we start it all off, Chisa twiddles her thumbs, Kizakura looks around for stuff to scrounge, Nagito sets down a trap. Oh, the Trap Master. He's back. It's kinda good to have him back. Nagito, never, not gonna say never change, maybe change a little bit, or a lot, but never change the traps. Togami feels protected by his wealth, and of course, Crazy Hiyoko attacks Jotaro from behind and gets rid of him. There's a good point to mention that as of yesterday, every member of the Warriors of Hope were banished at one point to the Despair Dimension, and coming back, unfortunately, is Jotaro. Banished once again. Say it ain't so, to the Despair Dimension. It is so. Rest in peace to him. That's a shame. That's twice in... Was it just last week? No, it was the week before last. It was the week before last. But 2 appearances? Was he in yesterday's game? No. Both of his last 2 appearances, he placed last place. This man's just some trash. No, he appeared in the 2500, but we're not. That's a special episode, let's be honest. Pennyworth. Find some other scraps. And as a cave butler? Cave butler. Teru murders Kyoko in front of Shuichi. There's nothing Shuichi can do. Gonta fails to grasp the gravity situation. Fuyuhiko doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Ryoma, and it hurts. It hurts. Poor Ryoma. Sakura feels strong enough to handle anything, so gets caught in one of Nagito's traps. You guys are teammates. You should have told him about it, Nagito. Never change. Maybe a little bit, or a lot of it. Koi in the house finally snaps, and the house is frenzied. Miu tries to get others to notice her. Kaede gets into an argument over who should be in charge with Sarah. Shuichi starts sobbing uncontrollably, probably because you witnessed your tag team partner destroyed before your very eyes. Hiro eats something he shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. That sounds about right. He had a 30% chance of getting it right, but it was wrong. Sarah, adorable as always. Himiko mopes around uselessly. Aiko hopes she doesn't have to harm anyone. Monica is looking for an easy way out. I'm sorry, she's looking out only for herself. Samugi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Mahiru still can't believe that Teru has killed somebody. Well, I guess that is your classmate, but you know, you should take a quick peek at chapter 1. Canon calms down for good, no longer subject to the whims of a changing brain. That's a good start. That's a good thing to happen in the first round for you. Chiaki thanks Aiko for being there for her. Genocide Jack disappears for a while and comes back with a wizard robe. This is the opposite of what I thought what I thought was going to happen. She is going to do work. I believe in it. Crazy Yoko Extra Large can't take it anymore and is taking her own life. Poor child. That is both of them gone. Jeez Louise. That is instability for them. Yeah, that's a shame. Rest in peace to the entourage. Hajime hums a song to himself. Angie tries to kill Jack, but Jack's a wizard robe. I already knew it. It's doing work. I can feel the magic. Kazuichi can't take his eyes off of Miu, and Chihiro is glad he can rely on Fuyuhiko. We lost 5. 28 remain. But can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Jotaro, Kyoko, Ryoma, Yasuhiro, Crazy Hyoko, Extra Large. So only one team completely out. And we still have 28 people still in. That's plenty of people. That's more than enough people. In fact, that's too many people. 27 too many. Let's go on. Let's click next round. Let's see what lies beyond. Yikes, you will not be saving Kotoko today. Which is fine, because I feel like she wants to chill in the Despair Dimension so she can have her shot in the singles next week. But Gorin in the house is in a frenzy and decides that Monica was a good fit for Sister. I'm gonna question your judgment system there, Gorin in the house. Kizakura and Chisa's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Ice ship. So, not Sonya. Poor freaking Sonya. Was struggling in the trap and cut himself pretty bad, so is now bleeding out. Togami manages to sneak attack both Teru and Mahiru, murdering them both. Togami, please. Canon doesn't understand what's happening. Fuyuhiko is now the smallest knight of, not even the smallest knight. Not the smallest knight. He's one of the smallest knights. We all know who the smallest knight is. It's Monotaro. But he's fantastic in that glamorous, dazzling knight shine. Sakura feels sorry for So and frees him from the trap. Sarah tries to kill Fuyuhiko, but the knight's armor is, of course, doing work. Nagito won't die like the others. Chisa is ready to defend her friends. Hajime just wants it to end already. Aiko seems to find Chisa's presence soothing. Himiko is being adorable as always. Angie remembers how much she misses Jotaro and sobs quietly. Rest in peace too, my boy. Crazy Yoko's bad brain saps her will to live. Oh no. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anyone. Samugi seems unshaken by any of this. Kaede attempts to kill Aiko, but Chiaki intervenes. Chiaki had to kill Asylum Akamatsu to protect Aiko's life. That's my ride or die. No, Kaede. Oh, rest in peace to her. Miu tries to kill Samugi, but Samugi retaliates and kills her instead. How devious. Pennyworth looks around for stuff to scrounge. Hajime challenges Chihiro to a duel. You should have known better, Hajime. You should have known better. You were my pick. Hajime bites the dust because Chihiro is a dangerous soul. Don't let the appearance fool you. Gonta feels strong enough to handle anything. Genocide Jack attempts to kill Gonta, but Sakura, being the responsible pseudo-mother that she is, protects Gonta, but dies in the attempt. Shuichi's on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and Kazuichi is thinking of plans to get out of here. We lost 7. That's like one person for every day of the week. And there's still 21 people remaining. We only, 12, 21, it's a nice little flip there. 2, 1, 1, 2. It's time for a Claire de Lune board. Monica. Teru Teru. Mahiru. Kaie. Day. Miu. Hajime. Sakura. And that means the entirety of Straighten Up is out. Monica out in representation for the Magical Girls. Kaede is gone, but Sarah remains. Miu is gone, but Kazuichi remains. Hajime is gone, so Wizards and Wishes and Wizardry are gone. And Sakura is gone, but Gonta holds out strong for the Big Buff family. 20 run remain. That's the rundown. We still have plenty of people to go. Especially until your saving grace picks, because I will need one now. Because Hajime let me down. He let me down. I can't believe him. You know who wouldn't have let me down? 90s icon Reptar would not have let me down. That's my boy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go on. Let's proceed. Let's click next round. Oh gosh, he's even more dangerous now at the start of round 3. Kazuichi doesn't care much for this place, but wow. Chihiro just found a laser gun. He starts swinging around making pew pew sounds, before he realizes he can just pull the trigger and make those sounds for real. This is the ultimate. With a laser gun. That's not gonna end well. Kyoko's dead. Chisa finds some leather scraps and is now the cave teacher. Speaking of her partner, it's not looking good for them anymore. Pennyworth is wearing leather scraps and is excited to behold Togami, feels protected by his wealth. Kizakura gets mauled by wild animals. Himiko mopes around uselessly. Gonta thinks about what he did to end up here. Cannon fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Cannon, I feel like, is a sleeper pick, if I'm being completely honest. Do you think so? Kind of quiet the whole time, but she could come out of nowhere with the win. I wouldn't be mad at it. Sarah attacks Crazy Hyoko extra small and eviscerates her. Jeez Louise. Genocide Jack shakes her wizard sleeves and 1,000 tiny animals fall out. Chiaki thanks Aiko for being there for her. The peaceful district. I can't imagine they win, but if luck dictates that, then luck dictates it. Samuki looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Angie tries to kill... she tries and succeeds in killing Corey in the house. That's a bit of revenge. That is justified revenge. In front of Genocide Jack, there's nothing that Jack can do. Shuichi starts sobbing uncontrollably. Fuyuhiko looks glorious in his knight's armor. Aiko and Chiaki's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit, and Nakito tries to kill Jack, but Jack's wizard robe is once again carrying her away to safety every single time. I'm telling you guys, that is going to be the difference maker. That is going to be the one that gets her to the top. In fact, if in 8 turns or in 8 people she is still in, that's my pick. 100%. 1000%. Never forget. Squad. We lost 3. Can we get a Claire de Lune for Kizakura, Crazy Hyoko, Corey in the house? And that leaves Chisa alone. That leaves Jack alone. And Crazy Hyoko was alone, so she is just gone. So long to the Thumbtack Terrors. They are still the champs. They could still retain. They're already in the episode. This was just for you guys. They didn't need this. They were trying to get a fan vote, but that's not gonna happen. I think we just gotta keep going. 8 more people until the saving grace pick. The SGP. 17 until we crown a victor. But one next round could decide the fate of many, and it will as I click it. It's round 4, and it's looking rather peaceful. Samugi's looking out only for herself. Chiaki just wants to be helpful. Sarah tries to kill Fuyuhiko, but the Knight's Armor, never forget. Small and mighty Knight's Armor doing work. Himiko does something really cute. Pennyworth does spot something shiny in the distance. Gonta sizes and also Chisa wonders about the future. Jotaro is writhing with maggots. Shuichi's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Nagito steps down another trap. Kanon doesn't understand what's happening. Angie recalls something about Jotaro, sobs quietly. Genocide Jack doesn't want to carry on. Jeez Louise. Jack is suicidal. That's sad. Fuyuhiko wants this to be over already. Togami also finds Knight's armor, so it's a battle between Fuyuhiko and Togami. In terms of the Knights, Chihiro feels unstoppable with his laser gun, and I know he is. Aiko gets caught in one of Nagito's traps, and now all she can do is hope to be freed. And Kazuichi duels it out with Samugi. Samugi bites the dust. And that's the only person today, actually. So, can we get a clear name for the other blue-haired demoness, sharing a voice actor with the same blue-haired demoness? Samugi. Interesting, and Kazuichi got that one. Kazuichi could also win. Miu's out already? Miu got out already, didn't she? Yeah. Alright, 17. 17 folks. And this is a tag team match, so Kazuichi could win, and they could be the only trio where all 3 members get a tag team win. That would be beautiful. That would be glorious. I'm excited for that, but it probably won't happen because there's still 17 people alive. So let's see as we go on to round 5. Fuyuhiko tries to kill Jack, but Wizard's armor, Wizard's robe, it's gonna do all the work that it needs to. Chiaki doesn't, or wishes she didn't have to kill anybody. Sarah kills Togami in front of his butler. There's nothing his butler can do. You savage, Sarah. But I understand, you're still trying to take Komaru back to the title spot. I understand. Nagito's determined to survive. The Shuichi sobs quietly. Still caught in the trap, Aiko just lays there, moping. That's the best move, if I'm being completely honest. Chisa's looking out only for herself. Angie does something really cute. Miu is dead. Genocide Jack wasn't looking and fell off of a cliff. Well, I guess I will not be picking her or Kazuichi because this Kanon just wants to end it already. Pennyworth doesn't want to carry on. Chihiro shoots several white-hot holes into Kazuichi's body using his laser gun. I told y'all, this man's is dangerous. I told you, he's dangerous. True danger. Himiko attempts to kill Chihiro, but Fuyuhiko intervenes just in time. Fuyuhiko had to kill Himiko to protect Chihiro's life, and Gonta feels strong enough to handle anything, but can he handle a laser gun? Because Kazuichi could not. We lost 4. A Claire de Lune 4. Togami. Genocide Jack. Kazuichi. Himiko. 3 more until the final 10. Until the saving grace pick. 20 are gone. In this round, we lost half of the Togami Corporation. The other half of the Split Squad. The other half of the Pimped Out Rides, and the other, well, there was no other half. We lost Himiko, who was representing Card Tricks, which is such a great name for a team, and such a great team, but it's not looking good for them. It's not looking good at all. But we have 13 people remaining. Next round could be the time for saving grace picks. Will it happen? We'll have to wait. We don't have to wait too long. All we have to do is click. All we have to do is click. Clicking. Clicking is a thing that we can do. Am I gonna do it? Maybe. I'm gonna adjust my watch first. No, I'm just gonna click it. Next round. It might happen. It is round 6. Jotaro's still dead. Shuichi sobs quietly. Fuyuhiko wonders about the future. Chiaki catches a strange glow in the corner of her eye and discovers an ancient scepter. Arcane magic courses through her body as her fingers touch the carved wood. Okay. That's dangerous too. Her partner's still alive, but is struggling in a trap and cut herself pretty bad, and she's now bleeding out. But they're still both alive, so that's what really matters. Pennyworth just wants it to end already. Angie tries to kill Chihiro, but Chihiro retaliates and kills her instead. Chihiro doesn't have any knight's armor, it just has murder apparently. Sarah challenges Nagito to a duel. Nagito bites the dust. That's the other half. No, So's still alive, isn't he? Is he? No, he's not. He died. I don't remember that. Well, is he? We'll find out. Chisa's looking out only for herself. Kanon doesn't understand what's happening. Gonta doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Fuyuhiko. You two end up getting matched up a lot with deaths. Gonta and Fuyuhiko. Which is wild. Absolutely stunning that happens so often. But that's RNG for you. Chihiro is thinking of plans to get out of here. We did lose the 3 that we needed to lose. And those 3 were the Claire de Lune 4, Angie, Nagito, Fuyuhiko. Which means, as we scroll to the top and click on details, that it is time for your saving grace picks. The steel-minded girls still have Sarah, that's 1. Ultra Despair Hagakure has Kanon, that's 2. So is still alive, but bleeding out. I was gonna say, I don't remember him getting out. He's still, there's 2 people bleeding out, So and Aiko. That's, So and Aiko. Chiaki still remains as well. So the entirety of Animal Hoodies. Thumbtack Terrors are out, Straighten Up is out, Split Squad is out, Magical Girls are out. Small and Mighty still have Fuyuhiko, who has a laser gun. Do not forget, do not be fooled. That is dangerous. They're out. We also have Shuichi still holding out strong for expert deductions, Gonta holding out for the Big Buff family, Pennyworth holding out for the Togami Corporation, and the Perfect Professor still have Chisa, and that is the finality of the final 10. So go ahead and pick away. Technically, who's already in? I feel like most of you aren't actually in yet. I think it's everyone. Steel-Minded Girls aren't in. UDH isn't in. The Rats are. Animal Hoodies are not. Neither is Small and Mighty. Nor is Expert Deductions. Nor is the Big Buff family. Is Togami Corporation in? I don't think so. Neither is the Perfect Professors. Interesting! So the only person, or the only team that would be a repeat would be the Rats. Huh, that's actually a really interesting setup that we have here. But you guys know what you have to do. Go into the comments. It's Saving Grace Picks. Add them. Reply to them. Make a new one. Whatever you gotta do to make it known. Who are you rooting for? I'm going for Aiko. I see what's there. I see is bleeding out. But I believe in the bottom of my heart that somehow, some way, the odds will be defied. And Aiko's gonna take this one. Peacefully. Very peacefully. The most peaceful that you could be. Bleeding out. She's taking it. That's my pick. Hopefully, yours do well, because it's the final 10. Will she prove to be as strong as a samurai woman? We'll have to see as we go on. Go onward and upward, because we cannot wait at this. Ooh, rest in peace to you. Oh wow, it was a 1-2. It was a bad round for you, Gonta. Round 7, unlucky number 7 for Gonta. With a flick of the Ancient Scepter, Chiaki turns Gonta into a sheep, and we all know that doesn't usually end well, and it will not end well for him. Shuichi's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Chisa stares into the distance. Gonta is a sheep and glances away, a sad look in his eyes. Pennyworth just wants it to end already. Chihiro recalls something about Fuyuhiko and sobs quietly. Sarah decides to put Gonta out of his sheepy misery. I get that. Rest in peace to him. Aiko is trapped and slowly bleeding out. She'll be fine. Yeah, she'll be okay. And Kanon fails to grasp the gravity of the situation, who is the sleeper pick. Do not forget. Never forget her name. But we have 9 left. 24 gone. A standard game gone, but 9 still alive. We lost 1. And the saddest of Claire de Lune's 4. We still have 9. We still have 9. We only lost Gonta. Which means it's still time for more Samurai Woman. thank goodness, because I do enjoy that track. That is the grandest of bops as we go on to the next round. And it is a quiet round as Kanon has a horrible feeling in her gut. Pennyworth has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. Kaede is dead. Chisa is wearing leather scraps and is decided to behold Sarah as being adorable. As always, Aiko is trapped and slowly bleeding out still. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Chiaki polishes that ancient scepter, which I forgot she had, if I'm being completely honest. Chihiro wishes he could go home, and Shuichi just wants it to end already, but will it end next round? No, but my saving grace pick will, unfortunately. At the start of round 9, Chihiro shoots his laser gun at Pennyworth. A good thing he can't aim. He sure aimed earlier pretty well. Sakura's lifeless body is writhing with maggots. Kanon finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's quite fetching. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anyone. Sarah finds some leather scraps and she is now a cave leader, leading all of the cave people to victory in this world of majority votes. Aiko finally dies from the blood loss caused by the trap that she was stuck in. Why didn't anybody help this poor child? Why didn't anyone help her? Chiaki, why didn't you help her? She was your teammate. Shuichi sobs quietly. Chisa, kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. Yeah, that's another one. Jeez, I gotta write her down too. I gotta write her down because wandering off, she gets lost and never to be seen again because she wandered into the despair dimension. A shame. Truly a shame. Weird. That's gonna be like a regular-sized episode. Huh. That's wild. That's really wild. And Pennyworth is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. You gotta hold it together, Pennyworth, for the Togami Corporation. For the corporation. We lost 2. 7 remain. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Aiko. Chisa. Lost to the despair dimension. So then we have Pennyworth, Shuichi, Sarah, Chiaki, Kanon, Chihiro, and so, don't forget about him. That man's is a wild card because he has not appeared for so long, but he's definitely still alive. Don't forget about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Samurai Woman still. Will So pop up? Will he be okay? Is he going to be okay? Will he win? Based on just not showing up? It's never happened before, but it could happen today. It will not happen today. Beautiful timing. The best timing. Perfect 10 timing on round 10. So eats something he shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Rest in peace to him. Hiro is dead, so with Nagito, Chihiro feels unstoppable with that laser gun. Kanon doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Shuichi. Rest in peace to the expert deductions. They are now out of here. Pennyworth sits there with a blank stare. Sarah finds an axe, upping her chances of survival somewhat. With a flick of her ancient scepter, Chiaki turns Sarah into a sheep, lowering her chances of survival somewhat. We lost 2, and it doesn't look like Sarah's gonna survive, but we've had one sheep victor before. Could it happen again? I don't know, but we have to hit a Claire Dalen for our fallen 2. So, Shuichi. Which means we have Chihiro, Kanon, the ultimate sleeper pick, Pennyworth, Sheepy Sarah, and Peaceful Chiaki, caught in a crisis of fate. In your final 5, who will it be? Not somebody that I picked, that's who it won't be. But it could be anybody, and any of these would be a fresh face for the tag team brackets because it's been dominated by 2 teams. I'm looking at you, Band-Aid, and I'm looking at you, Pimped Out Rides. Chihiro, Kanon, Pennyworth, Sarah, or Chiaki. Sarah is the only person trying to save someone, and she would save Komaru. Let's find out. It is the final 5. You hear the music. It's a crisis of fate. Let's go on. It will not be the sleeper pick because Sarah's a sheep. and it glances away, a sad look in her eyes. Chiaki never wants to kill anyone again, so if it comes down to Chiaki and Sarah, this has happened before. That exact thing has happened before, where it's been Chiaki and a sheep, and that's how she won the title. That's how she became the champ. Chihiro shoots several white-hot holes into Cannon's body with his laser gun, and Pennyworth needs to snap out of it because he's got a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. We lost the ultimate sleeper pick. It was a good run, but a Claire de Lune 4. Cannon. Sarah, the sheep. Chiaki, the pacifist. Chihiro, the monster. And Pennyworth, who's unresponsive to everything going on around him. If he doesn't, like, snap out of it soon, he will just be unresponsive because there will be several white-hot holes in his body because of a laser gun, because Chihiro is using that thing. Ladies and gentlemen, your final 4. Still in a crisis of fate. Let's go on. Let's go ahead. Let's click next round. And it's a peaceful one. As Chiaki thinks about what she just ended up here, Chihiro thinks of plans to get out of here. Pennyworth starts sobbing uncontrollably, and Sarah is a sheep and grazes peacefully. How peaceful, not so peaceful anymore. As Chiaki polishes that ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. Sarah is a sheep and not coincidentally, accidentally falls off of a cliff while grazing. Pennyworth is on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and Chihiro thinks about Fuyuhiko and sobs quietly. It's the final 3. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Sarah. Sharpshooting, steel-minded, big sister Sarah. Couldn't save herself today. But who could save themselves? Chiaki for Animal Hoodies. Pennyworth for the Togami Corporation. And Chihiro for Small and Mighty. Small but mighty. Small and mighty. I never created a definite for that one. I think they're just small and mighty. Who will it be? I don't know. They're still in a crisis of fate, but it could all end. It could be the crisis of fate, but it could be the finale. It could be the end of the end. Only you will know, because I don't know. You'll hear the music change, but I will not know as we click next round. It could be the end. Is it the end? It's not the end. At the start of the round, Chihiro wants it to be over already. Pennyworth sobs quietly, and Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anyone. You might not have to if you get lucky enough. Round 15, you might get lucky enough because Pennyworth snaps out of it. And with a flick of her ancient scepter, Chiaki turns Chihiro into a sheep, calming down the laser gun tirade as Chihiro is a sheep and is forced to graze peacefully instead. The next round, Chihiro still grazes peacefully. Pennyworth wishes he was dead. That's no, Pennyworth, no. Chiaki stares into the distance. Could it be a repeat of what happened to Chiaki before? It might be. Because in round 17, Chihiro's a sheep and glances away with a sad look in his eyes. Pennyworth can't take it anymore, is taking his own life, and Chiaki just wants it to end already. We lost 1. It's the final 2. A Claire de Lune 4. Pennyworth. History repeats itself. Time and time again. Chihiro and Chiaki, former tag team partners from last season. But Chiaki's very familiar with this dynamic, having a magical weapon, turning the other person into a sheep, and taking the win. Chiaki knows how to do that. That is how Chiaki obtained championship gold. Can she do it again? Or will Chihiro be our second ever sheep victor? I don't know. But we have to find out. Who will it be? Chihiro for Small and Mighty with Fuyuhiko. Chiaki with Animal Hoodies for Jin and Aiko. Chihiro. Chiaki. A battle of the pure. And a final showdown between these two. Chihiro. Chiaki. Chihiro, Chiaki, neither one, because of this round. Chiaki finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's quite fetching, and Chihiro's a sheep and doesn't really do much. But he did do something this time, which means at the start of this round, Chiaki washes blood off of that new dapper suit. And Chihiro, a sheep, accidentally falls off of a cliff while grazing. Which means after a Claire de Lune 4, Chihiro, that your winner, representing Jin and Aiko from Animal Hoodies, Danganronpa Hunger Games champion, Chiaki, pulls off a second win. But this time it's in tag team action, so she's got her face on both halves because they are all coming with her to the tag team finale. Congratulations to Chiaki. It's your girl, she deserved it. She played it right, and all she had to do was get one kill and then grab her ancient scepter and then just turn people into sheep. We have seen that victory route before and it has worked for her every time. Who said peaceful people can't get the win? Not me, because Chiaki won the title that way. Sarah had 4 kills, Chihiro had 4 as well with the laser gun. So many lasers. Togami with 2, Fuyiko with 2, and everyone else with 1 or 0. We can bring up the tag team bracket. One more spot as Animal Hoodies take today's spot. But that's it. That's all. That's all she wrote. Next week, next Friday, is the Despair Dimension battle. Next Thursday is the last rodeo for all of the tag teams. It's the last, it's the the cluster that everyone in the It's Now or Never episode. So it's gonna be a fun one. And of course, that might fill up the Despair Dimension even more, or save some people. That would be the worst, just saving someone from the Despair Dimension in Thursday's episode. Unless you win. Unless you save by winning, in which case that's fine. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm sure someone's gonna get screwed over, if I'm being completely honest. Because it's gonna be a big episode, and people usually get saved in big episodes, but people also usually go in big episodes, so. Will it happen? You have to wait 6 days for Thursday. 6 days, this time, 6 days, this place, 6 days. In the year of the horizon. See that transition? Smooth transition. United States Aviator. Taking off, stay classy passengers. From Tuna. From Dane. From Iba, and of course, from 90s icon Reptar. My boy. Stay classy. Toodaloo. Flight crew.